Setembro, or September. While it was getting colder here in Pennsylvania and my friends were getting ready for school, I was nearing the end of my school year and it was getting way hotter. One thing about Cervélo is it has a tropical, it's called tropical de altitude, which means it's got a tropical temperature. The highest temperature recorded in past years was 102.5 degrees Fahrenheit, which I feel I have personally experienced trying to sleep with only a fan and no air conditioning. The lowest temperature was about 40 degrees Fahrenheit, which, let me tell you how I'm walking around. It's 40 degrees Fahrenheit. I feel great. There's no snow on the ground. These Brazilians are telling me, they're like, I don't know if I can survive this winter. It's just too cold. I don't know if I can make it in America. It's just too cold. They think that 40 degrees is cold. I'm scared for them to see snow, which most Brazilians actually have not seen snow, and they were questioning me about it. And you try describing snow to someone who's never seen it. Here, I'm in my school. I went to a private school because the schooling system in Brazil is a little bit different than in the United States. They have public and private schools. If you have enough money, people generally send their children to private schools because it's a better education. We were all told to wear uniforms, and here I am in my uniform. And I went to Santo Antonio, which means Saint Anthony. And the teachers, actually, we all sat in the same room. My grade was made up of about 20 people, and we all sat in the same room, and the teachers were independently contracted. So for each class, the teacher would come in, and they would often be hired at many different schools, and the schools would be competitive for the teachers that were the best. I actually lost a very good history teacher who was hired in Belo Horizonte for a very prestigious private school. And here's me with some of the friends that I made in that class. And then, after I was settling in my school, we went back to Belo Horizonte, which I told you about in the month of August. But I went there several times because we didn't have any shopping malls or things like that in my city, so we had to go here for most things. This weekend was called the Inbound Orientation. That is where all of the exchange students in my district came together, and I got to meet some of the most interesting people of my life. Here I met Eva, who is from Denmark, and here we have all the Americans that took a picture with our flag, which is really interesting when you see how many different people are from different places coming together. We had a costume party for Halloween, and when you think of Brazilians, you think of dancing, you think of beautiful women. They're famous for their beautiful women. So when I told them for my costume for Halloween, I wanted to be a mango, they had a few objections. They said, do you want to be a beautiful mango? And I said, no, I want to be a realistic mango. And they said, are you sure? Because maybe we could get you a little crop top, maybe a little skirt. It's like, no, I want to be a realistic mango. And that is exactly what I was in contrast to some of the other people. We have Harley Quinn right here from France, and there is me in my mango costume, which my aunts helped me make. Here we are dancing with the Mexicans and then the French people over here. And it's really interesting to go to an international party because the kinds of dancing you'll see is very different. The kind of dancing I saw from the South Africans and from the French people were very different and a really good experience to have experienced. Here is a picture that's not very good quality, but it's of all the exchange students together. We had about 50 exchange students, and we're all arranged. And actually, instead of staying with my fellow Americans, I snuck into Germany. So I'm over there because I made a very good friend named Joanna, and I hope to visit her soon in Germany.